Hi everyone, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Yusuf Damian Alania, and on today's episode, I'm going to be sharing how you can apply for fully funded ESRC scholarship at Swansea University in the UK. So this scholarship covers all your tuition fee, it gives you monthly stipend, and it gives you training allowances as well. So how do you apply for this scholarship, and what did you need to apply for this scholarship, and potential tips that could help you to win the scholarship is what I'm going to be sharing in this video. So this scholarship, before you can win this scholarship, is very similar to the last video I shared on my YouTube channel. If you haven't watched it, you can check it out. It's for people that have social science and humanity background. So this scholarship is particularly meant for people that want to study PhD in education. So there are other feed as well. And another thing I need to clear is that if you're coming from Africa like me, you might study educational leadership or primary education studies or early childhood education or the level of education. But this course is still suitable for you regardless of whatever you study. Because I know how education is being stratified in terms of course of study in Africa. Because I studied primary education as well during my undergrad, and my PhD is in education. So PhD in education gives you that flexibility. It's about your research. You can study PhD education and still pursue your research in probably early childhood, or you can still pursue your research in social justice and other kind of research. So it gives you that flexibility. So the fact that this doesn't say PhD in secondary education or PhD in tertiary education doesn't mean that you can't do research in tertiary education. Although there are some universities that have these course specific, like probably PhD in early childhood or probably PhD in educational leadership. But I'm just saying that this PhD in education can also give you that flexibility of doing your research in whatever level of education that you want to do it. So that's just a quick clarification. So you can apply regardless of the education courses you study. So let's move quickly without wasting much of our time. So if you want to apply for this scholarship, you can see PhD in education. Um, yeah, the the very and one of the most important thing to win the scholarship is getting a supervisor. So I would advise you to send a cold email. Yeah, I wrote an article on sending cold emails to professors, and I'm going to be sharing the link to access that sample of the cold email under this video as well. If you don't have access to that kind of information, or if you're still struggling to write your cold email, it's going to help you to structure your cold email to professors or prospective supervisors. So what the content of the email does is just you're just telling them, okay, I am interested in your school. This is my research interest. This is what I've done. These are my profile, and it aligns with what you're currently doing. Probably what the lecturer is, or the lecturer's research interest. And you're just saying, okay, I want you to be my supervisor, and I'm applying for this scholarship. So it's just you um, having that someone in the school who can supervise that research when you eventually admitted into the school for the PhD. So that's what it means. So it's very important for you to have a supervisor. Without a supervisor, I don't think you can win the scholarship. So it's very important to get supervisor. Yeah. So another thing you need to watch out for here is that the project description here, the project description, if you look at Swansea University, you need to check this list of their specialization, like their department specialization. So you could see here, our department specializes in various domains encompassing the realm of educational inequality. So if your research is around educational inequality, yes, they have experts in that field, social class and other things. You can read all of these things to see if they have an expert that can supervise your research interest. So once all of these things are checked, then you move straight to um, here, eligibility. You can see here, this is very important and interesting. It said international, I'm really interested in the second line. International students will not be charged the fee difference between the UK and international rates. So it means that if you apply for this scholarship, you will not be charged the difference. It's fully funded. It covers all your tuition fee. So to apply for this scholarship, what you need to do, if you have any kind of disability, as well apply for this disabled student allowance as well on top of your studentship. If this is not enough for you, or you need money to support, probably you need some tech, or you need something to support your learning if you're disabled in any form. Yes, you can. So that's part of the generosity of this scholarship. So currently you will be getting 18,622 per year. Yeah, and you're getting that for 3 or 4 years. I don't know, I think for 3 years. So students have access to research training support. I've said it earlier as well. So how do you apply for this scholarship? So you need to complete your online application with the following information. So you choose your choice of course. Make sure you choose education, PhD in education full time, and choose 3 years. If you're doing part time is 6 years, but your full time is 3 years. Choose October entry, not January or March or April. Choose October entry. And when you're applying for your scholarship, you can see here the funding. When you are completing your application, when you reach the funding section of the application, they will ask you this question: are you funding your study yourself? You select no, and they ask you name of individual or organization providing fund for studies. So you put this, you enter this code there, this RS504 even this. So you put this code there just for them to match your application to this funding. Okay, you're applying for this funding. You're applying for funding, or this particular funding for the PhD application you're making. Yeah, so instead it is a responsibility of you as an applicant to accurately put this when you're applying. So that's what you need to do. And as part of your application, you must upload the following documents. So note this document: cover letter, maximum of this page. So they've already provided the information um, that your cover letter should cover. Everything is there, like everything you need inside the cover letter has been highlighted here. You just need to um, write your story around these things. CV as well, 2 pages, academic CV, 2 pages, research proposal. So should not, or the proposal should be a maximum of 1,000 words. That's like 2 pages, 2 pages of, 2 pages. Yeah. So it's not something really much. You don't need a much proposal for this, not including excluding references, just 1,000 words, 2 pages and references. So, and they've even specified what your proposal should entail. And I will even advise you, when you're reaching out to your professors or your prospective supervisors, please attach your proposal to the email so that the supervisor can see what you are proposing, and the supervisor your prospective supervisor can assess that proposal to see if it's strong enough to compete for this scholarship. Because this scholarship is very competitive, and it could be proposal centric. I'll use that word. Like, depends on how strong your proposal is. It gives you that chance of winning the scholarship. So please, when you're reaching out to potential supervisors, make sure you attach your proposals to the email so that the supervisor can see and say, okay, I think we need to work on this. You need to adjust this. You need to work on this. So that could help your chance of winning the scholarship. So, but make sure that all of these things are covered in writing your proposals. You don't have to put all of these things in sessions, so you can incorporate all of these things inside that proposal. So either ways is fine. Just make sure you cover this, and make sure you carry your prospective supervisors along. So two academic or professional references, maybe degree certificate and transcripts, including translation if applicable. That means if your if your certificate are not written in English language, then you might have to translate them. Relevant rule of English if you're coming from Nigeria, or if you're coming from other countries in Africa, where the language of instruction for your undergrad or for your master's is English language, you can use letter of English proficiency from your university to waive this condition of English language. It's a copy of UK residential visa, if applicable. You might have to, once you have your admission, you apply for visa, so you don't need to worry about this now. Get the scholarship and admission first. Then confirmation of submission of the EDI form. EDI is the Equity, Diversity and Inclusion form. So you're submitting the form as well. So this is the form. This is the EDI form that they're referring to. You can just download this form and complete this form and upload it together with your application when you're applying. So how do you apply for this scholarship? So to complete, you can see to apply, please complete your application online with the following. So here, if you click on this particular link, it takes you straight down here. So when you're on this page is just reiterating what they've said earlier. So you come down here, you can see course availability, you see postgraduate research, click on postgraduate research, and here, postgraduate research, you will see postgraduate research course finder. You would see ABC because what we're looking at is education. Just click on E just to filter your options, and here is education. So just click on education. If you click on it, you can see education PhD. So you click on education PhD, then you can see here 3 years full time, 6 years part time, like I said earlier. So you're applying for this 3 years full time, and you can just click on apply. So if you click on apply, to tell you if it will ask you UK student or international student. If you're a UK student, you choose this. If you're an international student, you click international student, and you set the requirement and other things. They're just trying to tell you what you need to do or necessary information that you might have to watch out for to complete this application. Basically, these are the things we've already mentioned. Then you start your application. So starting application, you just come here, select course variant, and of course, they've already told you that this should be 3 years, right? So you go for the October one, then 2024, based on the instruction I was given, said you select 2024 as start date. So if you select that start date, then you start your application. You have to enter your email address and enter your password, then create application. And from here, you can proceed with other things you need. So that's everything about the scholarship. I don't know. That's everything for you to apply and win the scholarship. So if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, please subscribe to this YouTube channel because you have access to information that I'll be sharing. And I'm planning to do a video as well on how to write the proposal, and just to share, because this 1,000 proposal sometimes can be really challenging to write, but it's something I've done before. I'm just going to be sharing how I did my what worked for me. So it could be something that would be useful for you as well. So in order not to forget these, I'm just sharing this information based on what I did when I was applying for scholarships, things that worked for me. I don't work for Swansea University, or I'm not an agent. I'm just doing this to help other people as well who might have interest in international education. So thank you very much once again. Bye.